Oh no! Oh, he stunned me, he stunned me. I shouldn't have let him hit me. There we go. Hey everyone, this is icehot, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of 7 Days to Die. Now, I've been waiting for this to come out for a while, for Alpha 16, which is where we're at now. This is my favourite game. I've been playing all the experimentals of Alpha 16 on Twitch, but I decided to wait to record until stable was out. So we're finally here, we're at the stable version of Alpha 16. How you could get a stable of an alpha, I don't know, but that's just the way it is. So I've also played this game since I think it was Alpha 5 when I first came across this, and I thought this game is just awesome. But back then it was very much like Minecraft. It was very blocky. The graphics were far worse. There's a very different game back then, and every alpha release it seems to be it's like having a brand new game every single time, because every alpha release is very, very polished. It's not like you're getting a bunch of new bugs. You probably are getting a bunch of new bugs, but you're also getting a whole bunch of brand new content. So it's very exciting every time there's a new alpha release. So I'm very, very excited to play this. Now, 7 Days to Die is, in case you don't know, I'm going to assume most people that are watching this would know what this game is. But in case you don't know, it is a, as it says on the screen there, it's a survival horde crafting game. Now, imagine Fallout meets The Walking Dead with some Minecraft in it, except they've made the Minecraft bit very, very adult oriented. There's smooth terrain, there's distant terrain, there's really interesting poise. There's you know, in this version they've added like really, really good points of interest where there's like almost like a maze system through it, and it looks like you're in a proper skyscraper. It's basically an adult version of all of that, mixed with The Walking Dead, mixed with the open worldness of Fallout, and the you know, you've got traders. You've got all sorts. It's just fantastic, and you have got to see how long you can survive. Okay, it's that simple. That's the only rule, is survive. You've got to build up a base. You are going to get attacked by zombies every 7 days. Now, this is something new that's in Alpha 16 as well. They've made it about game stages. Now, game stages are a dynamic difficulty system. So, you are going to face hordes and wandering hordes, and every 7 days there's going to be a feral horde that knows exactly where you are, and they're going to come for you. But it's going to be enemies that are based on what the game thinks you can cope with. So, you know, if you're doing well, if it thinks you're doing really, really well, for instance, it's going to send a huge army at you, and it's going to be nasty. If you're doing badly, if you're dying every 5 seconds, then it's going to lower the difficulty, and it's going to send a fewer armies at you just to give you a chance to build back up. So, in the experimental, it seemed to work alright, to be honest. So, some of the balance was out, so I don't know whether they fixed that for the stable build. I hope they have. So, we'll find out. So, what else have they done? Let's have a quick look at the release notes. In fact, before we get going on that, we're just going to pick... Yeah, we're going to go with Clint as our character. And we're going to select a new game, and we're just going to go through some of these options. So, I'm going to enter 7... Oh, let's just go with Alpha 16 as our seed name. Now, the seed name's important. It... basically is the seed for the random generation, so which means anyone who enters that same seed, Alpha 16, for a random gen world. There are 2 types of world. You've got Navigator, which is a map made by people, and you've got random gen. We're going to play random gen in this, and the seed dictates the layout of it. Okay, we're going to go with survival, single player. That's what that is. So you could do multiplayer or creative. Creative means you don't have to survive. You get all the stuff in there for you, but it's basically for building things, and that's about it, really. Testing is good for that. We're going to go with default difficulty. If you increase the difficulty, then obviously the game stages are going to be further more advanced down the line. We might increase this down the line, but for now we're going to go with Nomad. We're going to go with daylight length of 18. Because you don't want to be in the dark too much because there's less to do. Zombies will run at night time with this. And we're going to go with 50-minute days. Oh, what's the default now? Ah, they've changed the default to 60 minutes now. So that's very, very interesting. Okay, so we're going to go with the default then of a 60-minute day. Hopefully that gives us a chance to get a lot done. So, what else are we going to do? Block durability 100%, loot abundance 100%, loot respawn basically every 30 days. That means that we get a respawn of loot. We're going to get, when we die, we lose everything in our backpack and on our toolbar. You'll see what that means soon. We're going to increase this to 16 enemies, I think, just to make it a little bit more challenging. So what that means is every 7 days, they call it the Blood Moon Horde. We're going to get up to 16 enemies at a time spawning at us and trying to kill us. It just means that they're happening more at the same time. So we're going to go with that and see if we can cope. We can always adjust it later. We're going to get airdrops every 3 days, and we're going to mark... We're keeping cheat mode off, obviously. We're not going to cheat. And we're going to mark airdrops as on, just because I can't be bothered hunting for them. So every few days, you get an airdrop where there's a plane that flies over, and it drops a crate of supplies. And it just puts it on your map, so you can find it, because sometimes they can be very difficult to find. Okay. So now we've seen that, let's have a quick look at the release notes. I'll just go through them quickly. So what else have we got that's new? I've already talked about the new game stage system. We have got new locations. We've got a whole bunch of different points of interest, from schools, hair salons, fire stations, things like that. We have got... We've got improvements to game stages, it says. We've got electricity. Now, we can wire up all sorts of stuff, and we can get generators and use a wire tool, wire up to switches and relays and pressure plates and motion sensors. And with that, we've got new traps. We've got electrically powered traps, like a spinning blade, and we've got darts that fire, and turrets, speakers, tannoys, that kind of thing. It's very exciting, so can't wait to play with the lights as well. What else? We have got a brand new hub generation system for random world generation. We've got sockets, we've got terrain generation, we've got new biome generation. The whole lot, it has been overhauled. It looks very, very cool, and hopefully there were a few bugs during experimental, but hopefully they've been ironed out. We've got new enemies. We've got business zombies. We've got tourists and feral zombies and radiated zombies. Now, I have not come across the radiated yet in experimental. I don't think I ever got far enough into the game. But they are apparently one of the worst ones you can come across now. They will destroy your base. What else? I think they've made a lot of the enemies now very much high definition, so they're going to look better. We've got new animals. We've got zombie bears, the grizzly bears have been redone. We've got wolves and dire wolves, so there's more animals out to kill you. There's vultures, there's rattlesnakes. There's instead of pigs, there's wild boars, which will now attack you if provoked, but you can walk past them and they'll be fine. But a lot of the other animals now will actually be out to attack you. You've got a painting system, so you can paint textures onto blocks. You've got whole new changes to crafting and experience, and you know, there's no more spam crafting, which is controversial. Some people liked it. I personally 50-50 on it, to be honest. What else have we got that's interesting? You know what? I think we're at a point. We got new stealth. We're gonna have to explore stealth, okay? And the rest of the changes, I'm gonna link to the news in the description down below, and you're going to have to read it. There's just too many to talk about. So, without further ado, let's get going, shall we? Okay, so we are in the game. As you can see in the background, it looks fantastic. The day is 1, the time is 7:21, and we've been greeted with this message. Dear friend, the wasteland can be an unforgiving place. Do you look like you could use some help? Because there's a short guide to help you survive. If you complete it, we just might take in a new citizen, the White River Settlement. It's real and it's safe. Good luck, Noah. Okay, so that's our introduction to the game. You can see at the top right, we've been given a quest. Basic survival is your active quest. The quest status is displayed on the objective tracker in the top right of the screen. For more information on quests, access your inventory and navigate to the quests menu. So let's get going. So it wants us to gather plant fibers. So if we just have a look around, we're on a slope. We're in some kind of mountainous region. I can't see anything more interesting than that for now. So we're just going to follow the quest and see where we end up. So we need to gather plant fibers. So let's just punch with the left mouse button. We're walking around like in any normal FPS game with WASD. And we're just going to punch these grass to get plant fibers. I'm going to get more than the 20 it says, just because I know down the line you do actually need a few. So I'm just going to gather a whole bunch of plant fibers. Okay, how many have we got? So press tab to enter our inventory. 100's not bad. Just get a few more. I'm hoping, you see, that we won't have to gather many more after we've done this first step. Plant fibers were really necessary in Alpha 15. You needed lots and lots and lots of them. They're not as important now, but they're still important enough for the game to begin with. I'm going to punch this small tree because it will give us some wood in a minute. And we will need wood as well. Okay, so we've got a couple of bits of wood. I'm going to go into my inventory and craft a bedroll. You see it's highlighted in white, which means we've got everything we need to do that. We have 20 plant fibers, so we're going to use W to craft. Now, this is new as well. We have hotkeys. We don't need to click on these entries anymore in order to do the actions. So whilst that's crafting, I'm just going to keep gathering what I can. And we should see in the top right anyway, because the quest will update. There we go, we've crafted it. So we're going to drag that into our hotbar, and we're going to place it somewhere here. And that will complete that part of the quest. So I'm going to pick it back up again, because I'm not 100% that bothered where we are. I'm going to look at the map, see where we are. Okay, we're close to the center coordinates. Okay, and basically what used to be at the center of the map was something called the hub city. I'm going to pick up these small stones whilst we're going. Now, whether it's been removed completely from the game, I think it has. They basically used to have this massive city in the center of every map, random generated or not. Now, I've been told that's been removed, but I can't clarify that personally. So we're going to gather just a little bit more wood, because our next goal is to make the stone axe. As you can see, we've got enough plant fibers to do that. We've got enough wood, but I just want a couple more bits. We're now on the lookout. Oh, there's gravel here. Is that going to be easier? We're on the lookout for small stones. So we've got a small stone there. We've got 2 out of 4. As soon as we get our first stone axe, what we want to do is start beelining for boulders, because right in the beginning, trying to find these small stones can actually be a bit of a pain. So I'm just going to punch this gravel on the ground. As you can see, the whole world does something. You know, I'm just punching this part of the ground. It looks like gravel, and you get sand and stone from it. Right, so let's craft a stone axe. There we go. Right. So this is new as well. It starts on level 25. Now that's to do with the new perk system, which we will go into later. So I'm going to start chopping down a tree if I can with this crude stone axe. Now we're not going to get many resources with this kind of tool. It's going to be it's a shame really. It's going to be a bit of a waste chopping down an entire tree with this stone axe, but we don't have much of a choice at the moment. We need a stone axe. And we need more wood, and we need to start building up our tools and our skills. And we've run out of stamina already. Wow, okay. So whilst we're doing that, we're going to start crafting our first clothing, because as you can see, our character starts off naked. He's got no clothing on. You get a bit of a leeway on the first day in that you're not going to get hot or cold, but you know, that's not going to last forever. So you're going to need to start getting some kind of protection from the elements and also from zombie attacks. I should also mention that in this starting area, you notice there's no enemies. And that's done on purpose. It basically gives you a chance to build something up. It is something small. You're not going to build anything amazing up. But it basically stops you just being hammered by zombies or enemies. There's a bird's nest there. We definitely want that. We want the feathers. Feathers are good for making bolts and arrows. Okay? So, any bird's nest you see, stop and pick them up, especially early game. You may not need them later game, but early game for sure. Now, I can see up here that we've got a boulder. Now, these are called resource boulders. You'll see why. As you smash on them, you get lots of resources. Now, we're getting stone, iron ore, coal, more stone, lead. Only in small amounts, and part of that is because we've got a rubbish stone axe. But this now gives us enough stone that when this stone axe dies, we can either repair it or build a new one. And it breaks up. Now, these break up into 3 stages. I'd recommend, for the very first bit, what we want to do is just go through all 3 stages and get enough stone just to get going. Okay? Because after this, we might be able to start relying on stuff as we're wandering around that we just see and pick up, just for a short amount of time. We are going to need this. There's a lot of, I'd say grinding. There is grinding in this game, but it's kind of fun grinding, and you won't notice you're doing it. It's just a part of the game, really. Now, my stamina is really low. So, they've changed stamina in this alpha. They've made it so doing activities like this really drops it down. Okay, so my item is now broken. You can see there's quality on there and it's died. So I'm going to repair it just to use less resources. Now the quality of it drops to 24 from 25. 24, 25 isn't going to make a huge bit of difference. In fact, you won't even notice it. So it's worth the repair. You only lose 1 stone instead of 2 bits of wood, 2 plant fibers and 2 stone to make a new one. And you're not going to gain anything from making the new one either. Because you don't get the XP from doing that anymore in order to gain levels on crafting tools, for instance, your toolsmithing skill. So, we're just going to finish off this boulder because my stamina is ridiculously low. They really have nerfed the stamina. Even considering previous experimental builds of the same alpha, they've dropped the stamina out. They've got rid of the Run Forest Run skill, which was useful. It enabled you to run further before your stamina drain happened. That's a shame. I'm going to collect those goldenrod flowers. They're very useful. There's another stone. And let's see if I get another tree. Just because I know we're going to need these things. We're also, whilst our stamina's replenishing, we're going to wear these clothes. So we're going to wear that, and you'll see in here we're now covered. We've got some protection. We've got concussion damage protection of 7%, knife, bladed items, fire damage, radiation damage, electrical damage. We're now at plus 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which means that we're now wearing something that's a little bit warmer. It's asking us to build a wooden club, so let's do that as well, just as our first weapon. Okay, so we're going to move that here. In fact, I'm just going to rearrange my hotbar. We're going to move health items at the end. Keep all of those up in our main inventory. Okay, so that's the layout we're going to have. And now I've got to craft a bow. So at the moment we're going to have 2 weapon items on our hotbar and 1 tool item. This is obviously going to change as things go along, but we've now got a ranged weapon and a melee weapon. They're not very good. You really don't want to get in fights with these too much at the moment. But, you know, if we come across any zombies or animals, they're better than nothing. So we're just crafting the arrows there, which takes the feathers, as you can see. And if we change to that, we can reload by pressing R. We now have a bow and arrow. So we're just going to carry on chopping this tree to get more wood. Okay. We've chopped down that tree. Right, let's get moving. So it wants us to craft some wood frames. Now, unfortunately, wood is like gold in this game, especially early game now, because you don't get much of it anymore. And I'm not sure I agree with doing this, as it is a waste of wood. But let's just do it. So we're going to place this wood down. As you can see, this bit is very Minecraft-like. And it's asking us to upgrade it. So you right-click on it with your tool. And you hammer on some planks onto these frames. There we go. Now that's done. Now I'm going to chop these back up because I actually want the resources. I didn't actually want any of that. Now our tool is damaged, so we need to repair that again. So it's dropped quality level again. As you repair it will gradually go down to nothing. So let's chop this up. Now I'm not going to do the campfire thing until I find a place to stay for the night. Nighttime in this game is more dangerous than daytime, but now they've introduced a better stealth mechanic. It is playable at night. Okay, now by that I mean zombies will run at night, which means they're not tougher, but they're faster and they'll get to you quicker and you have less time to react. So it used to be that you used to sit around all night or you mined all night, and you do still do that. But the first few days, I've found in Alpha 16 there's much less to do at night time than in previous alphas. But as time goes on, you are spending most of that time either mining or organising inventory or crafting stuff up or using your forge and things like that. So it does change as time goes on, and you end up being quite busy at night. Just wait for my stamina to replenish because I do need just one more resource boulder. So we do need to start thinking about hunting food. And yes, there is hunting. There's, as I've gone in the introduction, there's wild animals to hunt. There's also looting and scavenging of food, and there's eggs in nests that we can eat. One of the best foods in the game is bacon and eggs. So, yeah, we're going to be going for that as soon as possible. So we'll just get this last resource boulder up. Okay, so we've got that last resource boulder. There's plenty here, as you can see, and this isn't the only patch of them either. What we're standing on here is clay. We will need clay. Probably not straight away, maybe day 2 or 3. Depends on how many animals I see. They have decreased the amount of animal spawns by far. You know, it's a significant nerf, and they've done that probably because in real life, if you're out hunting and stuff, how often do you really see animals? We definitely need more arrows. Just keep building arrows to begin with. You'll get to a point where you've got enough arrows that you don't want to keep wasting your feathers, because there are upgraded arrows and bolts that you want to then start spending the arrows on when you get to that stage. I've no idea where I'm going, so we're just gonna wander around and see what we can see. We should be able to see there's a river down there. There's more feathers, lovely, from the bird's nest. And here we've got tree stump, always worth searching. And I've got a hunting rifle already. That's not a very good hunting rifle, but I won't say no. The chances of getting a full gun on day 1 are so low. Even though that's not a very good one, we can, over time, build it up into something better. Look at the distant terrain. This looks very mountainous. I would go near the river, definitely for the night, because obviously you could drink the water if I could see a point of interest. But I really, let's zoom in with the zoom ability of the bow. Yeah, I'm not seeing any buildings, although there's a campsite up there. Is that a campsite in the mountain? There is a building there. No, I changed my mind. apologise. We're going straight for that building. And we're just going to loot what we can see on the ground towards that building. Got to keep an eye out for birds' nests. I've got to keep an eye out for stone rocks on the ground as well, because it's going to be a lot easier than smashing up boulders. Now the question is that a land bridge? There is a bridge over there, you know, and what type of building is that? That could be interesting. I wonder if this is worth going for. We've got a bit of a journey for us. Sorry, I knocked the mouse there. And we've got zombie spawns. Here we go. So you can see we've moved out of our safe area. We've got zombies coming after us, and we got some loot there, but I'm not going to go into that just yet. We're going to run away. To be honest with you, I don't want to face them. Not just yet. I want to get situated, at least somewhat. There's some rubbish on the ground. Let's search that. There's nothing in there. Okay. We're going for that land bridge there. That's what we're going for. So, it looks like I'm going to have to... Oh, there's a wild boar. No, I should kill that. Am I... Oh god, I hear a wolf as well. Okay, we do have animals. Oh, damn, I should kill that boar. Oh my gosh. Because there's that animal there, we are going to face down this enemy. Ah, I missed. Again. No, missed again. Oh god, I'm falling down the cliff face. Oh god, he just moves so weirdly. It's so difficult to aim at his head. There, we got him. Just shoot him in the head whilst he's down. He's in a stunned situation then. Now, who have we got here? Oh, we've got another one that's seen me. Looks like they might have sorted wilderness spawns out. In the experimental, there were very few zombies in the wilderness, but now... there are quite a few. Now, these guys are obviously not too bad, provided you hit them in time. Right, here we go! Oh! Oh my goodness me! Let's go back down this way. Got him! Got him! Got him! Right, so I want to smash up... Ooh, bird's nest. Okay, get those. Because we use this. I want to cut up these bodies. Why? Because I want the bones. Yeah, I got a bone. Now with a bone, you make something called a bone shiv. Okay, and that's like a crude knife. Okay, so we definitely want that, and then we want to come back up here and see if I can find that corpse, because we want to carve it up into meat. There it is, I found it, I found it. Excellent, so, right, it was covered by a tree. So we are going to get down here, and we are going to carve this up for meat and animal hide. Oh, thank goodness for that. My first kill, I didn't want to lose it. Right, there we go. So, we've got our first meal for the night. That's fantastic. Zombie remains. I should probably just chop that up as well. Just to get another bone. No, I didn't get a bone that time. It's slightly random. You won't always get what you want. I did hear another boar around, but I don't know if I can see it anywhere. Well, I definitely can't see it anywhere at the moment. Oh, so we're starting to see some roads around here now. So that sounds good. That means that it can lead to civilization, perhaps. So potentially what we want to do now... gather more goldenrod. Goldenrod is useful for making goldenrod tea, so you definitely want to gather that. We're in a nice forest area. It looks lovely. The problem with this area is it can spawn wolves. We are going to go down this way. And across this bridge, because that's so much easier than Swimming. We could swim across, but, you know, I just don't have the stamina for it. And, oh, we are gonna cut up tyres. And the reason to do this is because you've got a chance when you do that of getting a set of tyres. Now, tyres sell for a nice amount at traders. So we're just gonna go along this road. Cinder blocks and blood stains, look, and damaged cars. I'm gonna loot this car, see if there's anything left behind for us. Nothing of interest. Sham sandwich. They like mouldy sandwiches. We're gonna loot this. Oh yeah, a pipe. We definitely want the pipes. You want 2 pipes to begin with. Our athletics is increasing. That means we're getting fitter because we're running around. And we did get tyres. Quality 176 tyres. As you can see, they sell for 129. Now, there are traders in this game that will buy your items, and that is obviously a good thing. Corn seeds, excellent. So that means we could start thinking about getting a farm going. To get a farm going, you need to hoe the ground, which means you need the tool to do that. So we definitely cannot farm until we have that tool. In order to get that tool, you need to be at an iron stage in the game. You cannot do it with stone tools. Okay, so we have our first point of interest here, set up in the countryside. This looks lovely and defensible. It's got flagstone around the outside. So that gives us a little bit of defense. Now, let's have a look at breaking into here. Just smash open the door as it's locked. Okay, and here we are. We're breaking through it now. The wood is falling to bits. We're getting levels for doing this, obviously. Okay, so we're in. Now, something to be aware of here. I'm just gonna repair. Why can't I repair this? What am I missing? Repair small stone. Okay, that is something I have not paid attention to. Before we go in there, I need to find a small stone to smash up because I do not have enough. I know why as well. What happened was I've used it all on arrows. In fact, what I could do, there's some small stones, so I can now repair that. But I want to be able to get a resource boulder. Oh, hello. We've got a zombie in the area. So we want to clear out this area because we're going to be spending the night in that house. Oh, no! Whoa, he stunned me, he stunned me. I shouldn't have let him hit me. There we go. Okay, we got him. We got him. Okay. Let's see what's down here. Resource boulder. There we go. There's one. That'll do for tonight. So we'll just smash this up. Alright, so we're almost near the end of this boulder now. It's taking a little while because of my stamina drain. There we go. And we got an increase on construction tools. So let's head back towards there. The time is getting later. You can hear probably the sound in the game. The chirping. And things like that. The crickets. It feels like it's got more of an evening feel to it now. So we don't want to drift too far from base. Oh, bird's nest. Lovely. And smash that. Oh, 2 bird's nests. Fantastic. So we're going to get more arrows, that's for sure. And we're just going to have a quick wander around here. We've got to leave enough time to clear out that building. Ah, here we go. What else have we got? Oh, food. That's always good, especially the first night. Let's get a few more boulders, I think. We probably have time. Don't want to waste our time on the first day. Remember, we're on a countdown timer. Day 7, we are going to get attacked no matter what we do. Okay, and we're nearing the end of this one. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough stone for the night. I should be alright now. And there we go. So how much wood have I got? 146 wood, 150 stone. It probably is worth chopping just a little bit more wood. Let's just get this tree here. It's now gone, 8 o'clock at night. Okay, so we should have a little bit more. I'm going to make some frames. I'm going to make 4 frames. No, maybe 5. There we go. We'll go with 5. How much for that wood have I used? Alright, so that used that entire tree to make them. So I now need to go into this point of interest before nighttime hits. Look at the view though. Isn't it spectacular? The sunset and everything. So this is where we're spending the night. We're going to pick up these chairs. No, we're not, because I've run out of inventory room. I'm going to repair this though. Okay, and we are going to sneaky see if we've got any sleepers. Sleepers are a whole new mechanic in this game. Nothing in there to loot. I can't hear any sleepers, you know. We might actually be lucky. No. So our first place, we might actually be lucky enough to not have a... Oh no, there's one. There, got ahead. And there's another one. I see it. So we're just sneaking around because we don't want to get these guys woken up. There we go. So these are designed so to make breaking into somewhere a little more tricky. I think we've probably cleared it out, but it's hard to say. I might leave that locked. I'm not that interested in going around there. So let's just have a look around. We've probably cleared this out. So let's block up the door. And that way nothing can just wander in. We'll break out of somewhere else later. And we probably want our torch in a minute. So let's move that to the hotbar because it's going to get dark. It's going to get dark. That is going to take... Oh, it's not too bad, actually. Let's break into here. Oh, iron. Let's just put something away there because I do not want to lose iron. I'm going to smash it up. Definitely want to get that iron. It's going to be useful. I know it's a gun safe. I'm not going to be able to break into it. I'm really... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, why did I block the door open? Oh, thank goodness for that. I've got a fluky headshot. And I've got a steel shovel. Nice, so we're going to eat that. Because we're hungry anyway. And then we're going to scrap that into scrap iron. Just to save inventory room. And we're going to take that shovel. That shovel is very, very useful. Excellent. We're going to search that. So we've got a football helmet. You know what? I'm going to wear that. Yeah. No! Football hat. Oh, I scrapped it. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's put some of these items in there. Just for now. And then I want to wear it. Why did I press S to scrap? That will just give us a bit of protection. Right, so that's locked. So, sleepers will continuously spawn in a point of interest until you've completely cleared it out. Right, so let's get our torch out. And see what we've got in here. I think we're okay. Yeah, okay. We might have cleared this point of interest out now. Search the toilet. Always worth doing that. Just search these items. We've got a bandana. Ah, let's wear it. Why not? Start putting some clothes on, you know? Yeah, we'll keep all that for now. Food cooler. Got a beer. Excellent. I won't need that just yet. And we've got that. Okay. So, we'll look at this in a minute. That's a crate with some decent stuff in it, probably. Well, we hope. There's a good chance that there's nothing in there. But we're going to hope for that. So, do I want to wear these shorts? Wear D. And scrap them. And wear the shoes. D and then scrap them. What do I look like now? Wow. Don't I look camp? That's brilliant. Okay, so we're just gonna loot. So it is now nighttime. Zombies are now running. Okay, so they are dangerous, so we're just gonna finish up looting. Got extra water, that's good. That is very good. We got our 2 pipes. Now those pipes are important because they are what are needed in order to build the forge. And the forge is something that is very, very much needed. Right, I'm going to scrap that, and then I'm going to chop up these couches because the leather is also very, very important. Again, to get the forge. So, chop up these leather couches, definitely. As much leather as you can, early game. You need it. Okay, and that animal hide from earlier, is that everything? I can't see properly. Let's get the torch back out. So that's all our leather. We got 10 leather, and we got 6 leather here. So if we go to recipes, do leather there, and turn that into leather as well. So that gives us 16 leather. We need 20 to make the forge, and the reason you need leather to make the forge is to craft the bellows to go with it. Okay, so let's put this on the wall. So we've got some ambient light, and we are going to smash this open and just see what's inside it. This is a special crate. It looks like a working stiff tools one. Oh, we only got a toilet. With some poo in it. Well, that's not very good, is it? So what do we have in here? Oh yeah, I scrapped for that. Do I want to wear those overalls? Oh, they're to replace the shorts, I see. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to scrap them because our shorts are better quality. Just to start getting cloth. We're going to get cloth and plastic, sorry, from there. So we are now going to get our torch, actually. We're going to go upstairs. Damn it, let's just put the plastic in the toilet, as you do. Grab that torch and start going up here. And just lighting this area up. Okay. So we've got a bit of light up here, and we're going to craft that campfire. So the campfire, we could craft. Lovely. And then we're going to place it on the oven. And that is how we're going to keep warm. And we're also going to place a bedroll down to act as a spawn point. And now on the map, you'll see it's got a little bed marker there. And that means that if we die, we are going to spawn here. Now, it also said that we now need to locate a trader. So let's put that on the map somewhere. We are going to want to go roughly where that trader is. So it looks like we need to follow this road northwest in the morning to go towards that. So we want to get a town and some poise around that trader. And that way we can start interacting with other survivors. Yeah, we're looted. So I'll be back for another episode when it's morning, and we'll get going to that trader. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe. And I'll see you guys for the next episode. Bye-bye.